Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? I'm just situating myself still. It's morning for me, so if it's morning for you, good morning. I'm on my first coffee. I may sound still a little bit weird for you, but how is it going? I haven't seen you for a long time. Well, haven't been live for a while, and I missed you. So here I am. Here I am. The setup is a bit different. I decided to make my office smell amazing. The labels fell off. Let me fix it as I'm talking. And that was a really great idea. Every time I walk into the office now, I can smell peppermint, sage, jasmine. It wakes me up. Oh, hi, baby. What is the time with you now? Because I was very briefly looking at, mostly I have people from USA, um, India and Australia. Like this is like the main people who watch me. And I was like, should I go live because it's probably nighttime for my people? Oh yeah, it is. Text us 1:33. And I was like, whatever, fuck it. Whoever joins, joins. If people are sleeping, they're sleeping. That's fine. They'll catch me next time. Yes, okay. So let's get to it, shall we? Let me get my deck. And let's see. 7 to 10 days. What is happening with you all? And I'm gonna be, as usual, shuffling cards for 3 piles. We're gonna be looking at the focus points, what you can expect, what is the vibe like. And for the rest of you who are interested of booking a live reading, you know what to do. Just check the pinned comment in the comment section. Oop, that one was the other way around. So also a little sneak peek of pile number 2. By the way, you may have chosen from thumbnail. For pile number 1 we had eucalyptus. For pile number 2 we had rose petals. And for pile number 3 we had lavender. So see which one draws your attention, which one you resonate with the most right now. And we're gonna start in a minute with pile number 1. I'll give you more time though. By the way, let me know where's the best time for me to come live for you. And I know all of you may be from different locations, but for you, your time. Because I'm thinking about posting a schedule for my lives, because I did receive a couple of emails, people asking me, hey, when are you gonna come live? And I was focused on some other things. On the clients, I had hypno sessions as well. Those that tend to be very deep and I need some time to recover from those. And I was also focusing on my restock on my handmade ritual bar. So, a lot of bits and pieces here and there. But I want to have a schedule for the live and try and stick to it. A lot of times I don't post schedules because I don't know how much energy I'll get drained from when I do personal readings, because those I prioritize. I get those out of the way and then I do whatever I can for my tribe. Of course, Patreon is mostly on time unless something happens or I mess up, but I let people know. I apologize. But yeah, for the YouTube, I take this as a thing that I do once I have extra energy. which for the past couple of weeks I didn't really. There was just a lot going on. And I'm also very focused right now on making my wax melts. I really love those. I remember when I was growing up, my mom always had a wax melt in the room and it smelled divine. And I want to create my wax melts, which I started doing yesterday night. But I want to make sure that I have really nice and strong scent blends and unique ones. So as you know, it takes time. It also takes a bit of experimentation, testing it out, making sure the texture is good, making sure the scents are intense, yada yada. But I will probably come out with them within the next couple of weeks. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of package I want, but I want everything to be as natural as possible. Same with my handmade ritual bars. I'm just having my morning cigarette one. This is heated tobacco. And I'll sip on my coffee and I will start in a minute. I hope there are no issues with the connection, which it doesn't seem like, which is nice. I think I'm gonna post a poll, and if you'll come across it, can you just click a button which one you want, which time is most convenient for you for me to go live. I'll try and go live at least twice a week. If anything changes, I usually update people on Instagram, so give me a follow there. Or I'll try and remember to post it here on YouTube in my community section. But I'm noticing that a lot of people don't see those posts. That's why I tend to update people on Instagram on my stories so that they can see that. Hey, good morning, people. I'll start in a minute. I'm just having my heated tobacco ciggy, having a coffee, and we'll go from there. I feel like I want one more candle on this side. It's not symmetrical. Here we go, much better. There's this new thing, a goal in live chat. What is this about? Ah, this is cool. You said the goal for the tips, if I understand correctly. I need to figure this out. Hey! I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute for me. I don't know if you were here or not, but I'm asking people. I'm thinking about scheduling my live so that you know when I come on. If something happens, I'll update you on Instagram if I'm gonna be out of the energy, because I don't want to do those readings when I'm out of energy. I'm like not 100%. And yes, I'm thinking about a schedule, but I know a lot of you are from the other side of the world, so I'm still trying to figure out what would be the most suitable time for you all. A lot of people who I follow, they go live my time at 3 a.m. So it is a little bit intense. I don't want to go live at 3 a.m. unless, I don't know, I can't sleep, or I'm still full of energy. I'm a night owl, but 3 a.m. usually is a time when I'm kind of like easing into my sleep, or I don't want to work anymore So I'll try to figure out what is the best time for both of us. Okay, last sip of coffee, let's go. Pile 1 with eucalyptus on the thumbnail, pile 2 rose petals, and pile 3 lavender. Okay, let's get to it. We're starting with pile 1. Let's get it. What is up? What are your main themes, group number 1? We have a tidy up and we have naivety. And I'm going to be using the texture tarot for you all. What's up with you? I'm just updating my emails very quickly to make sure I don't miss anyone. Focus point. Okay, so tidy up, this card is not talking as much about your home, though for some of you it could. It is talking about your mindset. Next week and a half, you are very focused on having a clearer mind, especially when we are talking about your intelligence. So this is the week where you want to be ready for your meetings. You want to make sure that you're ready for any tests that you have. If you're traveling to work and you're using public transport, you want to make sure that you know schedule really, really well. This is an energy of being very well organized, which I really like for you here. When it comes to work, a lot of you may want to tidy up your workspace. Maybe you want to rearrange things, dust it off. You want to make sure all documents are tidied, everything is in the right place. That sets you up for a really, really good week. This tidying up the mess also has to do with relationship for some of you. We have the Two of Cups and we have the Lovers. If there is anything that you haven't spoken about with a friend, a lover, a family member, but you know you have to have that conversation, you're gonna be organizing a meeting, a gathering in order to have it. If you are making any important decisions about your relationship, I feel like you're gonna be very on point, you're very clear with that direction you want this relationship to go. Or you may be talking about goals, both of your goals, what both of you want to happen. Right, what else do we need to know about this beneficial clearance? It's as if you wanna you wanna start fresh, which is really nice energy. The World card is telling us end of a cycle, we're starting new, but we're starting fresh. Yes, for some of you it could be to do with home. You want to start your week fresh. You want to make sure you have your meals prepped. You want to make sure that your home is clean. You tidy it up, let's say on Sunday or Monday, and you're starting a week in a very calm and a very clear manner. So this is nice to see here. This is a happy week for my pile number 1 for sure. This is a week full of ideas. Those ideas may turn into something bigger moving forward. Your inner child is very prominent here, meaning you will want to play. You will want to be creative. You may want to rearrange your furniture. You may want to buy new drapes. A lot to do with design itself and aesthetics. It's really important to you next week and a half. 4 of Cups, let's see what else. A random message for someone in particular here, someone specific. You may be invited to a family meeting, or a person may call you from your family, but it seems like you want to skip that meeting, or you are uninterested and you go, oh, this is boring, I don't want to be there. What is your advice? What is your advice? Don't hide. This is saying be transparent. why you don't want to be there, why you want to focus on other things. Be very clear with your words and be transparent. Why this does not interest you, or how this meeting could be made or organized better so that you'd be happy with it. Does that make sense? Okay, let's continue. We have naivety here. And let's see what this is talking about. And I'm going to switch decks. I'm going to be using Haunted House Tarot. I'm hearing no one can fool me. Oh yeah, no one can fool you. The High Priestess is here. Five of Cups. The Hangman. Six of Wands. The Magician, bottom of a deck. We got the Five of Pentacles. Listen, you're not to be fooled with next week, week and a half when it comes to finances. When it comes to certain things that you may have borrowed, if there will be a person who wants something from you the next week, but you know very well that, say for example, they're not very responsible, they don't take care of things and they're asking you to borrow something, you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to give this to you because I know this is not going to go well and this will affect our relationship. Someone you are avoiding who's not very responsible or who does not keep their word. And you know this, you're not naive, you know, you've seen that before, and therefore you don't trust this individual. And you'll probably choose a route that is safer to you. You want to avoid any unnecessary drama. You want to avoid any unnecessary conflicts or being let down. Your intuition, by the way, pile number one, is really, really strong the next week. Your intuition will also be whispering to you, hinting to you what to focus on in order for you to be successful. This has to do with your goals, with your dreams. So follow that inner urge. What you want to do. Say you just having your coffee and intuitively you get a hint that you want to focus on some sort of, I don't know, creative endeavor, a project, right? Follow that path. Follow that path because you have a lot of success here, which I really like. You have a Magician and the Six of Wands telling us that manifestation energy is strong for you at this time. And imagine as if the portal to kind of catapult you towards your goal a bit quicker opens up. It feels like the energy is clear. There are no blockages for you there. Therefore, you can achieve quite a lot. And this is something really personal to you. This is not a project that you work in your company on, right? This is something that is much more intimate to you. That's something that you very much care about. Okay? I hope this made sense. By the way, I got your booking, Min. And I'm gonna do these live readings a little bit later on after I finish with the pick a card. But could you please, asking about a job, could you clarify this question for me? Be a little bit more specific. You said, what kind of job should I take next? Are there options? Are there certain fields you're looking into? Do you just need overall advice, how to recognize what kind of opportunity to take, okay? And just type it for me in the comment section right here in the live if you can. Okay, we're moving on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, what do we have here? We have clarity, nice. And we have harmful habits, also nice, since we're looking at replacement of those. And I'm gonna be using a mixture of cards for you here. feel like I don't want only one deck. Like I did for pile number 1, I want a mixture of oracle cards, tarot cards, all of it together. Which other deck draws me in? This one. Okay, let's get it. We have books. We have a no. We have Six of Wands with success. So we have second Six of Wands in the second pile, which is nice to see. Collectively, we are looking at our goals, dreams, making sure that they are realized. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and I love the Seven of Pentacles. As you can see, there is your guide watching you achieve what you want. And they see that you have patience. Next week, we're going to have you want to move slowly but steadily. This is not the week for you to run around like headless chicken. It's a week for you to be focused, to be consistent. Consistency is your power move here. We have develop stronger concentration. Yeah, look, we have books, we have consistency, concentration. This is nice. We have heart chakra with trigger statement, I will not forget. True statement, I open my heart. We will look at this later. Another heart chakra card. Trigger statement, I feel so low. True statement, I persevere. Yeah, perseverance is a big deal for you next week. We're gonna have. Listen, all the answers that you need next week we're gonna have can be achieved through consistency. A lot of you, I feel like you're learning something, or at least you'll be very drawn to learning something. You may be signing up for a course, you may be learning about a subject, particular subject, a skill set. You are doing quite a lot of research, some of you doing research on a housing situation. That's very specific, I know, but that's something that came through. Others of you are doing research on a market in general. Others of you are doing research again on some sort of particular thing that you are learning. You may be a part of a group, you may be a part of a community here, and you are given a task. What you need to know, if you are not giving into distractions, you're going to be successful. I'm seeing good grades, I'm seeing acknowledgement in a workplace, but some of you really struggle with focus. Figure out and say no to the things that make you feel distracted. And some of those things will connect to the harmful habits. Scrolling way too much on social media, or not creating a space for yourself that has least distractions, right? This could be also you going to smoke as you're working on your project, as you're studying, going to smoke way too frequently. That distracts you, and as you smoke, you look at your phone, you spend a lot of time, let's say, just sitting there, then you come back, you need to regroup yourself and then focus on your project again, and it's just dragging time. Your cards are asking you next week, we're gonna have to figure out and create a space that allows you to be the most productive. Productivity is the key for you here. You do have success. You do have success. So for a lot of you, you will accomplish that. But some others of you are going to be like, oh, this is really difficult. It's really difficult. Maybe you tend to procrastinate quite a lot. Figure out what doesn't help you with focus. What do you tend to do, right? What is that procrastination? Where does it come from? Get to the root cause of it. Perseverance. Release the worry and fear and allow confidence, trust, and strength to take you to your goal. Yes, very goal-oriented next week we're going to have. You're saying no to things that, that set you apart from your goals. So maybe someone's going to call you up and say, hey, do you want to be a part of this? We have a gathering, we have a party, and say you have a lot to study. You have to study a lot, and then you go, usually I would say yes, because I would want a break, but this time I'm really set on my goals. Therefore, I am not going there until I finish this. Your professionalism is highly valued the next week. Highly, highly valued. Your communication is really important. Make sure you communicate clearly and avoid, as we call it back home where I am, language rubbish. That would be, say you're telling a story and you say, and then I was like, language rubbish. It's really important for you the next week how you talk to people, especially in professional setting. Because whoever you're talking to, they're very big on the speech, oratory skills, and how you portray the messages, what's in your head, and how you translate them into words. Some of you literally may be translating something the next week, if that is your job. Let's see what else we got here. Your power aspects. Books and teaching, yes. A lot of you in general in this lifetime may be really, really great teachers. And if you go, you know what, I don't know what my purpose is, or I don't know what is that particular thing that I like doing, if you know yourself well, you will know what it is. And for a lot of you, you are here to teach people. Maybe at some point you were already teaching them, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a position of a teacher in a school or uni. It could be you training someone who came to your workplace, right? Showing them around. It could be you teaching someone how to communicate better, just giving advice. Overall, your soul kind of leads you towards teaching or towards being an example in one particular area, right, in your life. So you're very inspirational to people. I don't know if you're noticing that or not just yet, but you are the person that you're supposed to be looked up to in some way. So a lot of you will notice that intuitively you're going to be drawn to certain things. You want to call a friend, ask them how their day went. If they are going to be complaining about something, straight away you're finding the best advice possible for them. Make sense? Okay. Let's tidy up the desk. One second, I think I just heard my partner shouting for me. I don't think he knows I'm doing live. So let me text him. Okay. Let me see what's happening here. I'm gonna actually turn on my mobile data so it's not just Suitcase Psychic. Hi girl. Hi Brigita, please do one next week too. I'm getting paid then. Sure. I was just saying to people, I'm probably gonna be creating a poll asking people what is the best time for them for me to do lives, and I'll try to stick to the schedule the best I can. But I don't promise sticking to the schedule all the time because I focus on the private readings first, and if I don't have any energy left for the live, then I'll probably, take a chill pill and come on live the next day. Okay, so back to the habits, pile number 2. There's something that you are not seeing as a big deal, right? One of those harmful habits, and it doesn't necessarily have to be smoking, drinking, it could be something that you tend to do, I don't know, every time someone says something to you in a partnership, you're in a relationship, you straight away become very, very defensive, right? It's a thing that you constantly do that you have. And in the next week, you want to make sure that you are getting better at handling this, or slowly but surely you are changing it for something a bit healthier. This Ten of Wands is my least least loved Ten of Wands and all the decks that I have. This is a heavy burden. It's pushing someone down. It's making them feel weak. It drains the energy out of them. So what you're noticing next week is what you tend to do that drains the heck out of you, and you want to start fresh. You want to get rid of this and you want to start fresh. Right? The Ace of Cups is pure, fresh energy. So there may be also some sort of cleansing that you're doing here, or a ritual that you are doing here that highly helps you. It's very, very impactful. The ritual itself may not get rid of the habit, right? But it somehow helps you be more focused on dealing with that habit, or gives you more energy for it. All right? Okay, that's all I got for pile number 2. Let's continue. Suitcase Psychic, 10 p.m. here. So I bet this time for you would be good, right? What time would you say is best for you to catch me live? Okay, okay. Pile number 3, I'll let people know. Yes? Okay, perfect. I'll keep that in mind. I think I may do a couple of different times. I'll do a couple of lives. One live one time, another live another time, so that I'm able to meet you guys here over the live chat. Kind of both groups from all over the world. Alrighty, let's get to it, shall we? We have Walking Away and we have Happiness. Straight away, know that old song popped in my mind by, oh my God, who's this guy? I'm walking away. Craig David. Craig David. This took me on a memory lane. This took me back to the past, and I suddenly felt very nostalgic. I think I'm gonna do the musical notes for you, since music straight away popped in my head. I'm gonna get those notes out. 1 second. Cardamom. The Tower. Yeah, closing doors behind you. The Tower is really applicable here. We have loyalty with the Knight of Pentacles. I do read this deck more as a oracle deck than a tarot deck. We have the Sun, Happiness twice. Are you kidding me here? This is great stuff. We have Make the Effort. I'm liking this. I'm liking this very much. I want to see who is this connected to. Who is this connected to? Oh my God, in the Wheel of Fortune. Life is getting better. Queen of Cups. Okay. Which area of your life is this touching? Listen, you withdrawing your energy from a situation here, and I keep trying to ask Tarot, collectively, is this a romantic situation? Is this a workplace? And Tarot is not giving me the exact answer, meaning a lot of you are dealing with very different situations, and there is no one collective thing here that is most prominent. What you need to know for the next week is that you are very objective with your choices in your thinking. You have a lot of tolerance for a lot of things, but your tolerance has been drained towards something. You are either fed up with something and you're deciding to let it go, or you are recognizing that it's not a right thing for you and it's time to go. It's time to literally rebuild the foundation. So this could be hinting at a project, right? You've been working on something for a while, but you notice that you have to kind of keep pushing it, and it's not happening, and you go, okay, I need to rebuild it. I don't think that this is happening for me. So this is just metaphorical for any situation for you the next week. I don't feel like this is a sad situation. I feel like you are destroying something, getting rid of it for the sake of your happiness. Your main priority the next week is your happiness, and you're really self-focused, but in the best way possible. You want to make more efforts in order for you to live the life that you want. So whatever does not resonate with that happy living is gonna go out of the window. If it doesn't leave through the window, you're gonna kick it out of the door. Okay, that's your energy for the next week. That's your energy. Another thing that I want you to watch out for, pile number 3, watch out for questionable spiritual practices. Okay, there may be something that you are doing that you are used to doing. It's a tradition for you now, that is not necessarily the best for you spiritually. So reviewing any spiritual practices would be a great thing for you here. And maybe for some of you, the tower and the walking away is connected to that. I used to do this, or I used to do, I don't know, pendulum. I used to use the pendulum, right? And I'm noticing every time I use pendulum, I feel like I'm inviting way too much into my space. The energies that I don't want, weird shit starts happening. I feel like that is not good spiritually for me. So let me throw this away. Make sure that I have a clear slate. I cleanse my home, I cleanse myself, yada yada, right? So watch for any spiritual practices that you believed up till now that were good for you. You're gonna get signs, signals that something needs to be amended or changed. Okay? Another thing to watch out for the next week is believing in kind of praising or looking at someone as they were guru. Do not put anyone on a pedestal, especially in a spiritual field. You can like the person, but don't blindly follow everything that they say. You have to have your own independence. You have to have your own way of thinking. I don't know who this says. It seems like this individual may. Let me see. Let me get to the bottom of this. Okay, this would be, the way I would describe this individual who always shows their life on social media as a perfect life. The way, and there was this one reel that I laughed my ass off about. I saw it the last week, where two people they were saying, "Oh, you wake up at 5 a.m. I wake up at 3 a.m. Oh, the day only just started for me. By the time it's 10, I already had half of my day done." And then they start taking the piss out of those people who they show their life as the perfect routine. They get up, very early in the morning, which is a good thing, but they take it to such extremes. And for a normal person, they're looking at it and they feel guilty, or they feel like shit about it, because they go, "Oh my God, how can you do this in real life?" And then at the end, this guy goes, "Oh yeah, and at 6 p.m. resurrection." And I started living my life again. I mean, that was, wait, if I can find it, let me see if I can find it. Um, those guys, man. Wait, can I find it on my Instagram? Because I'm sure I sent it to my partner. Um, I really want to share this with you now. Maybe I'll be able to find it. I'll share it in a chat if I'll find it. See, I'm laughing and I'm not really looking at it. It's just ridiculous. Bear with me here. No, damn it, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't find them. I think I sent it on this on other Instagram account that I can't access now because I need to go on my phone. But yeah, so watch out for for blindly following someone else's routine, blindly following someone else's way of living. Look at what's realistic for you and what is not, and be in a real raw space the next week. Okay. Your power aspects with cardamom over here is being objective, self-control, being polite, tolerance, patience, and clear thinking. Okay, these are your power aspects. The dark aspects are masks, swallowed emotions, cockiness, being very surface level, and being stuck in a dead end. So these would be the things to watch out for. Hey, Whispers of Pachama, probably butchered the pronunciation of that. I don't know. I've noticed that my YouTube has been going down over the years because a lot of people, yeah, they're telling me that they don't see my posts or they do not see me going live, or they need to resubscribe. I don't. It's a mess. It's just a mess. At some point, I thought about starting a new channel, and I did, but it was just a channel based on relationship readings. But you know what? Interestingly enough, kind of similar thing happened there too, where I just started and I gained subscribers, and then I wasn't uploading for a while and subscribers were going down, but not to the point where that people, unsubscribe to you organically. It was like 50 people a month, which is crazy. So I was like, I'm not gonna do the same thing again and experience the same thing. I'm gonna stick to this channel. It's fine. Whatever happens, happens. But did you notice me going live because of Instagram, or you just were scrolling on YouTube and you noticed me going live? Your YouTube is also not going well? Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of people. Even those who have over 300k subs, they also struggling with that, and they have big numbers. Coming back to pile number 3. Pile number 3 is about freedom the next week. Freedom is important. You want to roam free. You want to make sure that whatever you do, your heart is in it. You want to make sure that you have a conversation with someone who did not treat you well. You basically want a clean, clear slate. You feel like the way you feel to me is rejuvenation. Rejuvenation. A lot of you may be into detoxing, purging. You want to go on holiday. You want to reset yourself. You want to prioritize yourself. You want to do the things that makes you happy. Tick off something on your bucket list. This is the time for you to be free and to be happy and to truly focus on that, okay? Let's see. Are you fasting? You got on YouTube. Okay. Good. Fasting. Okay, let's see. There is a musical message here. Let me see what it is. Daniel Jones. Oh, this is such a vibe. This song is such a vibe. It's very airy. I've been thinking of a time we didn't have each other. Tried to understand I could never want another. Let's pair it up with one more. I don't want to read it on its own. Bridge, Jack. You know the song, I want your body, everybody wants your body. Someone is looking at you next week, and this, don't take it only romantically, appreciating you the next week. You may receive compliments from people in your workplace, from someone in your close circle, that you look good. And it's a lot to do with your body, not as much to do with your clothing. Maybe your skin is glowing. Maybe you found a new skincare routine. Maybe because of detox, your energy looks brighter, feels brighter to people. Therefore, you look different in their eyes. Expect compliments the next week for sure. We also have Shake's Milano song called Awake, original remix. Been awake for some days, no time to sleep. So sleep may be a bit of a challenge for some of you the next week, but I don't feel like it's gonna be for the whole week. There may be a day or two. Let me see why. Take me away. It's because of something that you here decided to destroy, an understanding, an ideology, or the thing that you're leaving behind. It may make you feel a bit restless at the beginning, but I feel like you are coping with it pretty good, pretty good overall. You are not dwelling on this for too long. The day my freaking mom abandoned me was the day I learned to lie. Now, this could be for someone to do with literal abandonment. You had to abandon something or someone here, and you have a difficulty sleeping. And again, look, at the end, before she walked away and cried, someone here definitely is turning their back to a situation, but for the sake of their own happiness here. What you don't know, pile number 3, is that after the door is closed, the Wheel of Fortune and 2 happiness cards kick in, which means there is some sort of a delay that was happening because you decided to stay in a situation and you were delaying maybe a lot of your happiness. So the moment you take this step is the moment when all of that happiness that was kind of held back bursts through your door at once. Okay, I hope this made sense. Are you on a break? Girl, this feels like you put him on pause. It doesn't feel like a situation, and I'm not laughing at you here. It feels like it's just the energy behind the message. At times when people say, oh, I'm broken up with my partner or we're on a break, it feels heavy. But in this situation, it feels like I put you on a break. You didn't act right, go in the break room. That's how this feels like to me. Thank you, guys. It's good that you know what you want and you know what you're not going to be dealing with, and boundaries are really important. So I am proud that you did that. As long as you know what you want, right? What goes, what doesn't go with you. All right, on live readings now. Let's get to it. Let me see if Min has clarified the question. I'm gonna go back. Boo, boo, boo. Hihika Tamari, are you still here? I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Have a nice day too. Oh, don't remind me. I need to work out as well, but I'm such a lazy ass. Hihi Katamari, are you still here? Let me see. I just needed you to clarify, make the question a bit more specific. But if you won't answer for the next couple of minutes, I will just tap into the situation and see what comes through. Okay, let's focus on your question. Oh no, I'm dropping my aventurine. Stop it. Righty. So I'm going to be tapping into the energy when it comes to the job proposals. What is the best one to investigate? If that sounds good to you, the way that I phrased it, let me know. What kind of? And as I looked at the people and the likes, 8 people, 8 likes. Okay, since I have you in the chat now, could you please make this question a bit more specific? Do you mean what kind of job proposal? How can you recognize once you will get the job proposal? How can you recognize that this is a job for you? Tarot will not tell you take an engineering job or work in this company called Lotus, for example, right? It's more like a guidance tool. So I'm trying to figure out how to best word this question. And I want you to help me here. What is something that you need to know? What would be beneficial for you to know? Okay, awesome, thank you. How can you recognize if it's the right job for you? How can you recognize if it's the right job for you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to use my intuitive deck. 1 second. You know what's interesting here? There will be a feeling of home. And I know it may sound weird, but when you speak to someone, right, who's hiring, or once you walk into that space, or you talk to someone over the Zoom, it's gonna feel like home. Particularly the person who you're gonna be dealing with, they're gonna have very strong motherly energy about them. You'll be able to tell that they tend to nurture a person. The way that they speak to you, you can tell this person is really caring. Another thing that I'm seeing here, the workspace itself, the job itself, kind of likes when people experiment and when people learn. This is a place where you're not being judged or punished for experimentation, for trying new techniques, new structures. This workplace is a workplace where people are actually being encouraged to find new ideas or new approaches. The word that I'm getting here is modern or innovative, where you are being given space and enough freedom to try new things out. The workspace itself is very relaxing. It feels like I'm chill. What else can you recognize about this job early on? What else? Again, I keep seeing freedom for you here and a sense of home, which is a repetitive energy. There is enough freedom, not to say that you can do whatever you want, right? You're still following the rules, but there is enough freedom for you there, and there is a sense of home. I feel like home there. Now, as you know, everything has energy. Like when we talk about a thing, let's say we take a car. A car would have more masculine energy because it gets you to your goal, right? It's the engine, it's let's go, that type of energy. The workplace, this workplace is being operated mostly from the feminine energy. Again, this is nurturing, this is care, is the way it looks, the way everything is orchestrated, neat, nice, precise. Okay? It's pretty. I keep getting very beautiful energy from this. You will pay attention to a logo itself. The logo will definitely have mostly feminine energy. How to differentiate the masculine logo and the feminine logo. Masculine logo will have very kind of cut angles, right? It's sharp. It's sharp. The feminine logo. So let's take this as an example, right? This would be the masculine part, obsidian me. And sage and pepper would be the feminine. It could have a mixture of the feminine and the masculine, but overall look, once you will look at the logo, it will be feminine. Okay? So, these are the clues for you. I hope this was helpful. It may be difficult for you to understand just yet because you haven't come across it, but once you do, these things will make more sense to you. You'll go, ah, I see it now. I see it now. Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna finish my live. Thank you for everyone who joined. And I will try and work on my schedule for the coming weeks. I want to be using the schedule so it's easier for you, it's easier for me. Okay? Have an awesome day. My pleasure. Very welcome. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.